Okay, now this is not usually the way I typically do my YouTube. Tonight, what I'm doing is something a little bit on the different side, okay? Tonight, I figured I would come on here and do something a little bit interactive tonight with all of you. So, tonight, I decided to jump on here because I wanted to get some opinions from everyone in the audience tonight. I usually get game videos recorded and then I prepare to put them up on the channel. So I wanted to get input of what games you guys would like to see put up on the channel. I have WWE 2K26, 2K25, Grand Theft Auto 5 online. I can play story. I have Division 2. I also have Watch Dogs Legion, the game, Watch Dogs 2. So I like to keep it fresh, and I don't really want to keep giving input. I would like to see what you guys would like to see on the channel. I want to give you guys a chance to be interactive and give you guys a chance to have input as well. And I'm all new still to doing all this. So basically, I'm trying to figure everything out still with everything here on the channel. So that's why I figured I'd come on tonight and see what you guys would love to see on the channel. So if there's any of the games that you would love to see or games that you like the most, feel free to come on in the chat and let me know what games you would love to see recorded. I also want to let you guys know in the long run I will plan to get a better way to record. I am hoping to update my tripod system because right now I'm using a selfie stick. So eventually I'd like to get something better than a selfie stick to really hold my cell phone up. I have looked into one at Walmart for like $24.99. But eventually I am planning to upgrade that so it's a lot better. I am working toward the goal because the goal right now that I'd love to reach is 50,000 subscribers. If I reach that goal, I could do live gaming through my phone where you guys could come, be interactive, watch me do live stream with the games instead of me always recording, posting up. But for now, until I can reach that goal, I would love input from you guys of the games that I play. I would love to hear from my audience of the games that I basically have and what ones you guys would like to see me mix it up with. So Division 2, 2K25, 26, Watch Dogs Legion, and Watch Dogs 2. I have the Resident Evil games, both of them, 7 and Requiem, and others too. I'd have to look in my library again too because honestly I can't remember them all. But it's nice just to mix it up, and I want to try to be more interactive as I grow this channel. So I want to have my audience have their input. And I do appreciate the help, the shares, the likes, the comments that you guys give. The ones that subscribe, I really sincerely appreciate that because every little bit helps. And I know the internet has been blowing up like crazy lately because of everything going on in Xbox. Now, I can assure you on a little bit of a thing here about what's going on is, yeah, things are going to get worse before they get better. But I have a feeling that things will improve with Xbox because I see their goals and she wants to get things back on track. Because why would you ask if the situation can be fixed? You wouldn't ask if the situation could be fixed if you didn't realize how bad things were. So, the way Asha Sharma has been going about everything, looking into everything, um, taking every little issue that she has seen, trying to break down to get new business models going. If she really was not passionate about turning this business around, she would not be trying to do what she's doing. Hopefully, things start getting better. But a lot of this, too, we need to be excited for this because we are seeing a change in this brand. You might not be seeing some games that you're liking or enjoying right now. But I'm grateful for the fact that Game Pass got lowered. I'm grateful for the fact that 2 exclusives are already on the brand of Xbox. Because we never know what else is to come. But the thing of it is, as gamers, we need to stay passionate about the gaming that we do. Because the higher the numbers, the more that they will see. And the higher those numbers climb, that's what's going to get it noticed by Asha Sharma's team, by Matt Booty. Everyone at Xbox is going to stand up and notice that if the players, the gamers are rising up in numbers, then that is what's going to really go to the highest tier and the highest level. And it's going to be seen by all of them. Because that's the biggest concern, is the player numbers, the activity. Because think about how low that it's dipped. Yeah, you might have had some hardcore players turn away, but I'll tell you what, I'm a hardcore gamer, a top pro gamer, and I'm not turning away. I'm not turning my back on an Xbox brand because of the fact that they made mistakes or messed up. I'm willing to stay here, right here, solid until I start seeing changes. Because when you're a top pro gamer, you stay with whatever you have and you don't turn your back on something. Just because of mistakes that can be fixed. I still believe in Xbox. I still believe in the green of what can be done. I still believe that games of quality and stature can be made. All it's going to take is just the right formula, the right business model, the right decisions, instead of the quick choices, the quick decisions. Those hasty decisions made in a fast moment. Those ones where they're focusing on a stack of cash instead of, the ridiculous, stack of cash right there. Of course, you're going to want to make money. Understandable. That's the business part. But you also have the other part. The players. All of us are the reason why Xbox exists. Why do you think Sony exists and Nintendo exists and Valve exists? None of these companies would ever exist or evolve the way they have without the players. None of them. Don't be fooled by what any corporation says. Oh, yeah, it's not about the players, it's because of us. No. The players that backed them up, the people that were willing, the hardcore that was willing to stay behind them, are the reason why they're here today and why they're popular today. It is the player base that each of these companies have that make them what they are today. Nintendo has Nintendo Switch and Nintendo Switch 2. Why? Because of a player base that's hardcore enough to continue to stay there and play their games and buy their hardware and software. Same goes for Sony. If they did not have a hardcore fan base, do you think Sony would have gotten as far as they did without a hardcore fan base buying their hardware and their software? No. It would have been rough. Because who would have been using their products if they didn't have a hardcore fan base? Because that's what you have to think of. You know? And the same goes for Valve. You know, and the Steam Deck, and then all the handhelds and all that. Hardcore fan bases, people that support them, people that invest in this stuff. That's the reason why. It's the same for Xbox people. All of us that are Xbox players. We stay behind it. We stick in there because the thing of it is, we believe in our brand and we're hardcore through and through. So, you know, that's the reason why these companies are doing what they're doing. You know? But basically, I mainly came on here tonight because I'm trying to figure out what you guys would want to see on the channel as far as the games I have. So, you know, I'm trying to get input from you guys that tune in and watch my stuff, whether it's live shows or when you tune in and watch the games I put out there. So it's up to you guys, whatever games that you want to see or whatever games that you want to tune into. You can feel free to decide which games that you would want to see. So I am going to start a poll here, and I'm going to basically, let me see here. Okay, so the poll is up in the chat. So I want to know or hear from you which games from these two here of what you guys would like to see me record to post up on the channel. Now we can switch these games out off and on, and we don't always have to do each of these constantly. We can change them up from time to time. We can do GTA 5 one week and Watch Dogs 2 or Legion another week or Wrestling another week. I mean, we can always change them. But I just wanted to get your input because you guys are my viewers and you guys, should feel free to want to have your input because you guys are the ones that tune in and watch my stuff every time something is put up. So that's why I wanted to have an interactive chat tonight to see what you guys would like to see on the channel. Because I could change these games out, and we could do different ones. And I can always look into other ones as we continue to work together to build this channel. Because I love doing this for you guys. I love putting these games up on this channel. And I love, sitting here talking games with you, shooting the breeze, just sitting here having a conversation. The best part about my life was being a gamer. Because being able to be in these worlds and stuff like that, these game worlds and all that, having it being an escape from real life for me is the best part about being a gamer. Besides having an audience like you of supporters that, tune into my stuff each and every week, paying attention to all the stuff that happens out there, and reporting to you when I see something awesome or cool that goes on out there. All these cool games that are coming out throughout the weeks or days. It's been really cool, seeing how crazy it can get. The way that people rally whenever big changes come. And how eventually we're going to be in the second half of this year with a lot of games that are to come. Awesome ones at that. So, but other than that, I mean, it's truly, I know there's a lot of big changes. But I believe that the changes are going to be for the betterment of the brand. I mean, I don't see these changes not being for the betterment of the brand of Xbox because, it's changes that need to happen. Yeah, you're going to have your layoffs, but the thing is, when you think about the messes, that were there, and some of the games that just didn't turn out right, and the sales that were not exactly the sales charts, and the way the games were selling, how they were not selling the way they should have been, the way they were created, the way that some of them flip-flopped. It was crazy. But now that Asha Sharma is there, and the way that it's changing so much now compared to to the way that it was before. I am definitely changing how I look at the brand of Xbox. And I'm looking at it in a whole different light. I'm not, like I said, I tell everybody this too. I'm like, I am not knocking on Phil Spencer. Because it's Satya Nadella and Amy Hood that was behind him, that was making choices. Yeah, it was him that decided all this. You know, it was them that made the decisions, because Amy Hood and Satya Nadella, they were the ones that always had the final say-so. So if Phil Spencer was going to decide this or this, you know, he always had to ask for sign-off. And he only was able to have so much of a budget because that was what he was allotted. Yeah, and that's the thing about these CEOs is when they work in that position, okay, and you have bosses above you, like bosses up here, hence the word, above your head. These are people that are higher than you, and you could say, okay, I have this idea or that idea, okay, I'll take it to the big boss and see what the big boss says. You take it to the big boss says, nah, sorry, I'm not forking over funds for this. Remember, we already had this big deal already, and I can't allot you any more money on this. So, that's the thing. That money that you want, because the idea you have, you might think it's great and good because, you know, you've seen it, you've checked it, and you've done all your numbers, you've done all your stuff for it. But if the big boss ain't budging, the big boss ain't budging. And you just have to take it and leave it. Which is sad because some opportunities could be good and not bad. So that's the thing that really sucks. Because sometimes good opportunities disappear. And it's not really the fault of the CEO all the time, or a portion of the time. It's the big boss above them. You know? It's the same at studios. If the studios that work under the umbrella of these big corporations, and they're like, okay, we got these video games, or we got this video game, and it's working out so good, but your budget's running short, and you need a little bit more of a budget from the big boss. And, oh, sorry about that. You go ask for a little bit more money from the big boss. And the big boss says, sorry, we gave you as much as we gave you. There's no more we can offer you. Well, that studio's like, oh, man, this sucks. So, naturally, that studio, they lost out. See, that's how some projects, no matter how good they might be, or how awesome they might be, it doesn't always go the way it needs to go because, unfortunately, bosses that are in charge are not always going to a lot of budget if they've already spent enough money on something. Yeah, even if you go and you jump in and all that, my friend Mag's chat, he'll talk to you about this same subject because he has experience in corporations and he's worked for corporations. So he knows the ins and outs, because he's worked in corporations. But the thing of it is, you just observe the way these people work. If you just watch the way that these like bigwigs work, you could see how slimy they are and how stingy they are. And they will only give in if they decide that it's beneficial for them. Because you can pretty much notice that. Because unless it's something that puts a twinkle in their eye, they're just not going to give up a budget. Unless it puts a twinkle in their eye, and unless it's something that they know is good enough for them, they're just going to pass. And then once you get your video games done and finished, if they want that video game out the door, they're just going to put it out the door. Sorry about that. But that's the way it is. These corporations, the thing of it is, that point in time before Asher Sharma showed up, they were rushing so many video games out the door. And these were games that weren't even really fully ready. Some of these games might not have had enough polishing time or, preparation time before even being released. There's even studios that have put games out that weren't even completely done either. And here's the thing about a game when it's not fully ready. You're going to have people that will be furious about it. And that's the same in stores, and when you go shopping and you see these products on store shelves, and you're going to invest in a product that's not even done? The way I look at it is, who wants a product that's not even a completely finished product? I know I won't go for anything not finished. I won't go for nothing not even fully done. It's just, that's the way it is. If you're going to charge your customers as much as you charge them, then you got to make sure that that price is worth, or that product is worth what you charge that customer. Because I'm going to tell you right now, that customer is going to complain at you if that product is not made to its complete status that it should be at. Because nobody likes faulty products. Not at all. Not at all. So, but like I said, polls up. So, feel free to come on in and vote for whatever game you would like to see on the channel. So like I said, I'm trying to have this be more of a interactive thing on the channel, because I like to have input from all of you that tune into this channel on a daily basis. Because, it's better for me to not always make the decisions of the games and stuff. Yeah, I can look through my games, look through my library and decide. But I'm trying to build a channel where also too you guys can feel comfortable to have games that you also help pick also for the channel that we can all enjoy together. Because I love gaming completely, but I also am building a channel where we have it that it's interactive and you guys can also come in and choose and all that, to where we can just, you know, I'm trying to build a solid thing here where you can come in, pick a game, and we can switch out, you know, we could do a once a week switch out where I could put up different games that you guys can come and choose from and be interactive with. You could feel free, you know, to choose from what you want to see. I do have a decent amount of games in the library, so but that's why I wanted to come on here, you know, do this interactive wise, and plus to see how everyone's doing out there. I hope all of you are doing well. Hopefully you guys have been enjoying your summer and doing some summer activities out there. My family's going to be going on vacation. I'm pretty much having a staycation. I'm pretty much going to have the house to myself where I'm just going to relax and do some stuff on the channel. I'm going to try to get some decent amount of gaming videos on the channel. Things have been hard on me because with the arthritis in my back, I'm lucky I can, you know, move around on my feet. Some days are better than others with this, so yeah, I gotta take those days where I get the sudden burst of energy and take advantage of it. Because some days I'm lucky if I feel like barely wanting to move. But I want to start doing more interactive stuff. I want to, you know, start really building this channel, so I can really get this channel meaning something to all of us. Because I have big plans for this channel in the future. So anybody who subscribes, you know, to this channel and all that, and I just want to know anybody, or I just want to let everyone know, whoever subscribes or anything like that, every bit of super chats and everything that goes into this channel is going to be used for this channel. I'm going to use it to build this channel up. I'm going to use it for better camera, better ways to make videos, better ways to record my gaming, better ways for doing things for the channel, better ways for my streaming, better ways for being able to be more interactive in this channel with all of you, better ways to make things more improved as time goes by for us, and better ways to do things so we can really start to have some good times with this channel. Because now, since I do this pretty much professionally and